Okie dokie. Hello everybody and welcome back to this week's videos. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make paper stars with origami. Just a little preface for this. I learned how to make this just a few weeks ago, so they're not going to be as good as paper cranes, which I have had years to do. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get a piece of paper. Any piece of paper will work. You don't want it too thick because then it'll be really hard to fold. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the edge and I'm going to fold it to where it's about an inch thick. And if you have a ruler and you want to measure it an inch to 2 inches thick, then great. But I do not currently have one on hand, so we are eyeballing it to do our best. And make sure that crease is really good too, so it's really easy to cut. And now we're just going to cut off our little strip of paper. And try really hard not to cut off anything we need, like our fingers. I'm really bad with scissors because I'm left-handed, and 90% of the objects that we use for things like this, like scissors or notebooks, stuff like that, are not made for left-handed people. So, I've got my strip now, and as you can tell, it's not the same width all the way around, but that's okay. This will not be the most perfect paper star, most likely, but we're going to go with it, and it's going to be beautiful anyways because we created it ourselves, and anything you create is wonderful. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to turn mine this way so you can see it really well. But you're going to fold your paper down like this to where it has a little loop. I'm going to make a bigger fold there so it's easier. So it's going to look like this. Be folded around, kind of look like a ribbon right now. And you're going to take this little tail and you're going to tuck it through the hole up here. And you're going to pull it so the paper comes tighter. And you'll end up with this little pentagon shape. Looks like this with your tail hanging out. And I'm going to fold my tail down and tuck it in so it's not in my way. Get it in there good. Alright, so we got our pentagon shape, and this is probably the easiest part because all you're doing is wrapping your paper on. So you take the tail of your paper and you can do it either way, doesn't matter. And you're just going to take it and wrap it around the edges of your pentagon until you get to the end of your paper. And sometimes it's kind of hard to line up the edges, but that is okay. We are not professionals at origami, so mistakes that we make are fine. Okay, so I got the end of mine, and obviously I can't fold it anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tail and I'm going to tuck it in to a pre-existing side. Looks like this, flat little pentagon. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to squeeze the sides of our little pentagon, squish them down to make points. And these are going to be the points of our paper star. So keep going around and squeezing them. And I would say that this is arguably harder than the paper cranes were, but maybe that's because I had very detailed instructions when I was learning how to make paper crane, and I learned how to make this with pictures. So it's very difficult for me to make these, but I also haven't had a lot of practice in making them. It's really hard to squish down the points. Y'all are having trouble with this. You're not alone. I'm having trouble with it too. I'm going to squeeze this one in just a little bit more. See what happens. And there is my paper star. It's obviously not perfect at all. It looks a little messed up, but I like it anyways. And I hope that your paper star looks infinitely better than mine. But there you have it. That is how you make a paper star. And over time, your paper stars will look amazing. They look so much better than mine. But there you go. You learned how to make your first paper star, and I hope you make so many more and give them to your friends, teach your family how to make them, because they're just really cute and fun to have around and great decoration, I think. So that's how you make a paper star. Thank you so much for watching me do a very, very undetailed presentation of that. And I will see you guys next week for some more origami and some more reading. So thank you. I love you all.